Before construction, I was in prison.
I was in and out of a lot of trouble, gangs, things like that.
Grew up over here, raised a lot of hell, a lot of havoc over here as a kid.
When I came home, I was dealing with a lot of dysfunctional thinking. I was dealing with a lot of long-term incarceration. And I really didn't understand some of the dynamics of me coming home. I thought that once I was released, then everything would be good, but it wasn't.
I was diagnosed with depression and schizophrenia. So I had a really hard time talking to people and going out into public.
While I was in prison, there was a young man that I wanted to be like. And he was an IBEW electrician. And they took me up under their wing. They saw something in me I didn't see in myself.
I decided to become an electrician because when I was locked up for 6 years, we had the inmate work labor program, to where it was something that was newly introduced to the prison, where women were actually able to partake in different trades.
When I got out, I decided to look up the IBEW, and I went down there and went through the process, and here we are now. Project superintendent. I've been with Memorial Metals for 20 years. I've been in IBEW for 20 years, and I started from the bottom. Now I'm here.
Kenny Smith and Skip Townsend founded Second Call in 2006 to get peace between the Crips and the Bloods. John Harriel joined them a few years later and worked to expand the program to help women and men move into careers in the trades.
Second Call is a violence reduction agency that started off just reducing violence in the South LA area. However, we morphed into job development and, more importantly, unresolved trauma.
Second Call is a great segue into the union. Life skills is what they're teaching. They actually teach these guys how to feel good about themselves.
We were helping them get employed, but they would work 1 week and quit. They'd show up high, show up late, show up drunk. So we started doing our dysfunctional family life skill classes, and we found so much trauma that was in individuals who say they needed work, and that's the reason why they were drinking and smoking.
I found my niche in tutoring. Math being a language and being able to take that language and show guys that the same math skills that you use in the drug trade, you could use that in the electrical trade.
The philosophy of Second Call is you'd rather be 2 hours early than 2 minutes late. So we all know Second Call because they're all sitting in the front seat of the classrooms. They're the first ones there. They're the ones that I never have to talk to in terms of discipline.
For me, when I go to Second Call, I feel physically safe and emotionally safe. I feel like I can talk about anything that's going on with me.
Well, one of the challenges you face is separation, because in prison we're separated. Blacks don't mix with whites and Mexicans don't mix. So at Second Call, we got a mixture of everybody. I got some Aryans down there, some Serenos, I got Bloods, I got Crips, because we have to work together.
I joined the gang when I was 13, I guess. You know, a lot of people say because of, money or, maybe it's attention and things like that, but I think a lot of us are looking for what I actually found here in the union is brotherhood. Acceptance, love.
I was getting into trouble. I sought the camaraderie of negative influences. Now I have the camaraderie of positive influences, and I'm able to give myself to that.
The people here, they're really helpful, and I don't see them as coworkers anymore. I actually see them as part of my family, because they're there for me when I actually need them, and they teach me things, and they're very patient with me.
I think the main thing that we do is the trauma-informed care, because that's the most important piece. Not can we get somebody working, but can they sustain the employment, and will they be able to go home happy and be a productive member of society?
Turner Construction was the general contractor on building a medical building for Kaiser Permanente in Baldwin Hills, a predominantly African-American and Latino community in Los Angeles. They partnered with John Harriel and Second Call to recruit local workers for the job.
This is some quality craftsmanship, and those young men and women that were on my crew, they got a chance to see it from the ground up.
It's an inspiration to me. For the community and for myself, it gives me a sense of pride to have worked on a project such as this in this community, in my community.
I love the physical work of being an electrician. Being free, using my hands, get to see the fruits of my labor as I'm working.
I have a newborn child, and so being able to provide great benefits, phenomenal benefits for my family is huge.
I never thought that I'd be getting back to the community in this way, But I feel really proud of myself, and at the end of the day, I can tell people that I helped build Kaiser.
Employers and unions know that the workers who've been through Second Call's program will be ready to work and to work hard.
We work within the prison system in the jails to provide that second chance or sometimes that first chance for an individual.
And construction is a forgiving industry, so I think it's a perfect fit because there's not a lot of places you can go and check that box. You know, have you ever been convicted of a felony and still find work?
They paid their debt to society. They deserve a chance to be a productive member of society now. And we find that they're really wanting to learn, and they make good journeymen and women.
Every story of, I used to do this, and now I'm, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, a union electrician or carpenter or iron worker is a tremendous success.
We have good jobs and the working class pillars in the community, and it's the diversity. But for me, it feels like home. It feels like a family. It gives me structure. It also helped me in assimilating into a career.
And that's what I think Second Call does for people. It gives them steps, training. So when they do get in that position or they do have that job, they're not going to lose it. They're going to be able to keep it because they'll see the importance of keeping it and moving forward.
In short, Second Call saves lives. It provides us with the tools of how to be successful on the job.
Because once a young man puts down a gun, then what? So now we have those young men and women picking up tape measures. So instead of them doing home invasions, they're buying homes.
Being in the trade, it allowed me to get back on my feet. I'm here, I'm pushing forward, and I'm looking to be more. I want to be more.